Good evening. This is All India Radio, Kohima. I'm Jonas Yantan with Evening News. The headlines. Vice President M Venkaiah Naidu stresses on the need to empower Panchayat Raj institutions for development of the country. Lok Sabha Speaker Birla says Indian democracy is people-centric. NITI Aayog Vice Chairman Dr. Rajiv Kumar and Chief Executive Officer Amitabh Kant release a State Energy and Climate Index Round 1. NSF demands government to maintain status quo on the superannuation age of medical doctors. Now the news in detail. Vice President M Venkaiah Naidu has stressed on the need to empower the Panchayat Raj institutions for the development of the country. Addressing the National Stakeholders Conference on Localization of Sustainable Development Goals organized by the Panchayat Raj Ministry in New Delhi, Naidu said development of villages is necessary to ensure sustainable development at the national level. He said connectivity, infrastructure and education is important for rural development. Vice President emphasized on the need to bring all Gram Panchayats on common platform to meet the digital mission of governance. Naidu said Gram Sabhas should be held once in a year and people's participation is vital for Gram Sabhas to become vibrant. Lok Sabha Speaker Birla has said that Indian democracy is people-centric and it has set an example to the world as to how democratic system is working successfully in this vast and diverse country. He was speaking at the inaugural ceremony of the 8th Commonwealth Parliamentary Association CPA India Region Conference held at State Legislative Assembly in Guwahati, Assam today. Birla said youths can play an important role for national development and the time has come to engage them in our democratic system so that they can resolve the issues of our country. He said youths must be provided a platform for greater participation in democratic institutions through various programs. The Lok Sabha Speaker said that our youths have the vision and enthusiasm for work and this can be seen as they are spread throughout the world in the information technology and in other sectors. Birla added that greater number of women and youths' participation will make the democracy stronger. A total of 21 Assembly Speakers and 10 Deputy Speakers of State Legislatures and 2 Chairmen of Legislative Councils, Deputy Chairman of Rajya Sabha, MPs and MLAs of various states, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha Secretariat officials attended the CPA India Region Conference along with other foreign delegates. NITI Aayog Vice Chairman Dr. Rajiv Kumar and Chief Executive Officer Amitabh Kant today released the State Energy and Climate Index SECI Round 1 in New Delhi. Speaking on the occasion, NITI Aayog Vice Chairman Dr. Rajiv Kumar stressed on the need to convert efforts towards achieving the Punch Amrit targets announced by Prime Minister Narendra Modi at COP26 Glasgow. He said that the role of the states is going to be critical in this regard. NITI Aayog CEO Amitabh Kant said that achieving the ambitious climate targets would require a conducive policy environment to encourage investments. He also remarked that the SECI Round 1 will help to initiate a dialogue with the states on the energy sector so that much required policy improvements can be made. The report aims to rank states and union territories on 6 parameters. These are DISCOM's performance, access, affordability and reliability of energy, clean energy initiatives, energy efficiency, environmental sustainability and new initiatives. The top 3 performers among the smaller states are Goa, Tripura and Manipur. Nagaland was ranked 7th among the small states. The Naga Students' Federation NSF has demanded the government to maintain status quo with regard to the superannuation age of medical doctors in the state until a comprehensive review of the existing superannuation policy governing the state government employees is carried out. NSF, at an emergency presidential council meeting held today, adopted 4 points resolution wherein it resolved to pressure the government for creation of more posts in the medical department and requisition the existing vacancies in the department to NPSC for immediate recruitment. Expressing dismay at the slow progress of the ongoing works at the two upcoming medical colleges, NSF also demanded the state government to make the two institutions functional at the earliest. NSF further resolved to ensure effective implementation of the bond agreement signed by the students for availing the seat under state quota. The Federation said that the agreement of the students to serve the state and its people for a specific period of time after their studies should be strictly enforced by the authorities concerned. This news comes to you from All India Radio, Kohima. You can also listen to this news bulletin on News on Air app and YouTube channel AIR News Kohima. Tamil Nadu Assembly today passed a resolution seeking withdrawal of Central University's entrance test, CUET. The resolution was moved by Chief Minister M. K. Stalin, who said the CUET will sideline the diverse school education systems across the country, undermining the relevance of the long-form learning in schools. Stalin said the system will force the students to rely only upon coaching institutes. BJP member Nayanar Nagendran said the test is not compulsory for the state or private universities but only optional. To this, the state higher education minister Bunmudi said the need was also initially brought in as an optional test for the states but later made compulsory. India successfully flight tested anti-tank guided missile Helina today. The missile was launched from an indigenously developed helicopter at high altitude ranges. Defense Ministry said it is one of the most advanced anti-tank weapons in the world. The flight test was jointly conducted by the teams of scientists of Defense Research and Development Organization, Indian Army and Indian Air Force. The ministry said the flight trials were conducted from an advanced light helicopter and the missile was fired successfully, engaging simulated tank target. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh congratulated DRDO and the Indian Army for this achievement. DRDO Chairman Dr. G. Satish Reddy congratulated the teams for the commendable job performed in difficult conditions. Film and Training Institute of India, FTII, will be conducting a free-of-cost training on basic course in screenplay writing for scheduled tribe participants residing in tribal districts of Nagaland from 18 to 29 April at the Directorate of Information and Public Relations, Kohima. The participants for the training should belong to scheduled tribe and should be 18 years and above. Interested candidates can send their details with their ST certificate to iprnagaland@gmail.com or contact 8861 160084. The department said the certificates will be issued by FTII upon successful completion of the course, and the last day for submission of the forms is 16th April. Nagaland continues to see an improvement from the COVID-19 situation as the state recorded no new cases from the 106 tests that were conducted today. The state also recorded 2 new recoveries, taking the state's total recovery to 33,232 cases. Nagaland currently has 5 active cases, all of which are under home isolation. The Indian Meteorological Department IMD said that under the influence of a cyclonic circulation over West Assam and its neighborhood, the northeast region is expected to receive widespread rainfall activities with isolated heavy to very heavy rainfall over the next 5 days. IMD report also said that Nagaland will also receive light to moderate rainfall at many places with isolated heavy rainfall. It also stated that thunderstorm, lightning with gusty wind is expected at isolated places in the next 5 days. And now to the news, here are the main points again. Vice President M Venkaiah Naidu stresses on the need to empower Panchayat Raj institutions for development of the country. Lok Sabha Speaker Birla says Indian democracy is people-centric. NITI Aayog Vice Chairman Dr. Rajiv Kumar and Chief Executive Officer Amitabh Kant release a State Energy and Climate Index Round 1. And NSF demands government to maintain status quo on the superannuation age of medical doctors. That is all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.